184(3) is that under 199 you have many of the other trappings, as they are called, where the court can regulate the jurisdiction. The word aggrieved person is missing from Article 184(3), which is there under Article 199. My Lord,
इसमें मखदूम साहब, this is a statutory appeal.
My
Now,
Lord, yes.
Statutory appeal में,
Yes, sir.
in case of Customs Act, there are 3 judgments of this court, 3-member benches, where the Custom Act only then had provided a right of appeal either to the collector or an aggrieved person.
Yes, my
The
Lord.
Director Intelligence had filed an appeal, and this court held, and it was the argument of director that I'm an aggrieved person. This court held you may have been disappointed with the judgment or the order, but you cannot be an aggrieved person because no personal loss has been suffered. That is how this court, in case of statutory appeals, has interpreted an aggrieved person.
My Lord, there's a fundamental distinction. The fundamental distinction is between a statutory appeal arising out of a statute and a statutory appeal arising out of a constitutional remedy against which previously there was no appeal at all. If this interpretation is accepted, and if under Article 184(3) this Honorable Court strikes down any statute, that would mean that there would be no right of appeal at all to the Federation. The other distinction is that over there, it was the officer concerned who had come up in appeal. Over here, it is not the current incumbent Prime Minister of the country or a particular official or a Director General of NAB in his personal capacity who has come before your Lordship, CPC. The person who has come before your Lordship is the Federation. If the Federation does not have a right to defend its statute, then who else would? And particularly in a case, this was a case where the petitioner had come to this Honorable Court. There was no real controversy before this Honorable Court. The petitioner had not been affected by the operation of any of the provisions of the NAB law. The petitioner had not suffered any grievance against any of the provisions of the NAB law. He had raised, and that's the submission made, which didn't find acceptance by the majority. The petitioner had raised an issue, and the issue raised by was that this violates the fundamental rights. He never maintained that it violated his fundamental rights. He made the Federation a party. The Federation...
Can we go with the propositions? Otherwise, we will not make any headway.
I've only raised a question. आप इसको बाद में
Absolutely, my Lord. Everything which your Lordship says merits and is worthy of immense consideration.
But
And
our propositions, because
my Lord,
there
yes.
respond number one is not hearing this.
My Lord, yes.
He may want to hear this.
My Lord.
If you formulate the propositions,
My Lord, I will.
then we can send the propositions and then
My Lord, the very first proposition is that during the pendency of the petition, the Practice and Procedure Act was enacted and an application was moved before the Honorable Division Bench that this matter should now be placed before the Committee for Constitution.
please refer to that application.
My Lord, I will. My Lord, may I just give your Lordship the date? This statute came about on 21st of April 2023. The Federation filed CMA 7066 of 2023. 7066 of 2023. This is dated 28th of August 2023.
Where will we find it? Which page?
My Lord, and your Lordship will find it at page 402, part 3 of my intra-court appeal.
Four
402, my Lord, part 3 of my intra-court appeal.
Where's the order on this one?
My Lord, the order was passed by this Honorable Court.
First, let's read the prayer.
Yes, my Lord.
then
427 onwards, but let me just point out, your Lordship will see on page 402, I produced a note. If your Lordship will see page 404, I make a specific reference to SCPA 2023. Its provisions are reproduced on page 404. Case law is cited in support in 406 and 407 and 408. I make other submissions as well, and I'll come to that later. And then your Lordship will see the prayer. It is most humbly submitted that the page 413, that the proceedings in the present petition may kindly be adjourned till after final decision in Constitution petitions number 6 to 8 of 2023 regarding validity of the SCPA 2023, or alternatively a full court be constituted to hear this petition.
And the order on this application?
My Lord, the order is at page 427, which is in part 4. It's a split.
427,
my Lord. Part 4.
Page 427.
427.
427, my Lord. My Lord.
Actually, I had not read this order.
Sir.
So can you read the relevant bits that
Yes,
you
my
think
Lord.
are relevant?
First is my submission on page 427. Your Lordship may...
No, right, just operative part of the order. But
The operative part of the order, my Lord, paragraph 4 on page 429.
429.
Paragraph 4. Be that as it may, we are not inclined to comment on the vires of the Procedure Act, which is a matter for the 8-member bench seized of Constitution petitions number such and such to decide. It would be clearly presumptuous of us to assume the outcome on the above issue. However, it should not be ignored that the Procedure Act has been suspended by the orders of 13th of April 2023 and 2nd of May 2023 passed by the 8-member bench. The federal government thereafter in the hearing has neither requested for the recall of these orders nor for their modification. Consequently, so long as these interim orders are in the field, we are of the considered view that the same must be complied. The title Constitution petition has already undergone nearly 50 hearings. Its proceedings have reached the final stage and are near conclusion. The said petition should therefore continue to be heard and decided by the present bench. Any change in the composition of the bench is neither necessary as a matter of law or of propriety, nor is it advisable at this end stage of the case. Indeed, including the case would serve in the public interest, as much of the time and public money have been expended in hearing the instant petition. There is a dissent, my Lord, at page 431. And if your Lordship may see the opening paragraph by my Lord Mr. Justice Syed Mansoor Ali Shah, I raised the following question during the hearing of this case on 18th August. Whether this bench should continue hearing this case, or should this case be adjourned till the court first decides the constitutionality of the Supreme Court Practice and Procedure Act 2023, or in the alternate, should a full court hear this case pending decision on constitutionality of this court.